$1,000 kids fund recap and update. So far, the $1,000 kid fund trading BBAI is at $1,197 after 3 weeks approximately. We have added 12 shares to our original 300 share count. This week we sold at $3.98 on Wednesday because there was early selling pressure on Wednesday morning. I waited for it to come back up to the selling pressure on the first bar, which was a long wick and a smaller body with a lot of volume, selling volume. I sold at $3.98, anticipating a move down, which we did get later on that evening. I decided, because we had a large selling pressure volume bar, I decided not to re-enter because I was waiting and anticipating for a bigger move down, which we did get this morning. Friday, it has started to move down closer to the range of my buy zone. There is a lot of selling pressure here today as well, and a lot of orders sitting on the market. These are order blocks. A lot of order blocks sitting on the market for sale. So this morning, for example, is a perfect view of the strategy I'm using, which is to sell into the highs and buy back into the lows using VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price. This is a VWAP indicator on TradingView. This morning is a great example of how I use it. The stock continues to try to reclaim the VWAP. This particular bar is a great example. It's called a pin bar, which is a long wick and no body. If I didn't sell on Wednesday around the same price, I would have sold here this morning at this price, at this pin bar. This has allowed us to try to free up some cash and stick to the plan, stick to the process, to be trading without emotion. If we wanted, we could re-enter right now around the $3.86, and that would free up around 11 cents, which then we could take that 11 cents times 312 and add to the share count. My decision making is attempting to give me an opportunity to allow it to trade on down to the buy zone that I have set, which hopefully will give us about 18 cents of free cash times 312, which is around $50, $55 maybe. And then we can add approximately another 15 shares. So far the trading count, the kids fund started with $1,000 is $1,197. So we have added around 19% to the kids fund, plus if this move comes on down and fills around the 376 range, we will then have freed up about another $50, which I will add $50 worth of shares at that price, which will give us approximately 15 extra shares. Say 15, enter. So that will give us approximately 15 extra shares. So after 3 weeks of trading the kids fund, the $1,000 kids fund on BBAI, we hopefully will have sort of 327 shares plus $200 added to the 1,000. So that's a quick recap. I'm trying to give you an understanding of the trading strategy, which is mostly pretty simple, and it's selling into strength, buying back cheaper into weakness, really around the VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price. This week I got one real good signal, which is today, Wednesday, where I sold. The market was down overall, the Nasdaq was down overall, and I sold around $4, which is usually a key zone for any stock, around sort of the dollar mark. And it gave me one opportunity to get back in by the end of the day, which would have freed up about 6 cents, but I was anticipating a move lower, which we got today, Friday. So now it has broke down 14 cents lower than the $4 range. I am anticipating a move down to about 376, and I will rebuy my 312 shares that I sold at 398 on Wednesday, and I will buy them back around 376, which will free up about $50 worth of cash from that one transaction. Then I'll immediately put that $50 worth of cash to work, and that will scale the share count to 327 shares total. So that's a quick recap and an understanding of how I'm trading this $1,000 kids fund. So that's really it for now. Thanks.